for updates in the world of football.
Sterling for Liverpool. He's seen Henderson face to face with Fernandinho. Henderson! Oh wow! Lift the Anfield roof. Company's error, yes.
Formula One.
Imka's down the inside now. Comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip.
Cycling, boxing. Basketball and lots more. Listen to us live on Sport Rush, Mondays to Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv Radio. For more inquiries, please call 0806 242 9799. Sport Rush, your everyday dose of sports.
Morning everyone, it's a new day of sport vibe on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, where we give to you the latest news on sports all over the world today. And I am YAZID TAOHEED.
Good morning to you all from this side. I am YEKINI ANUOLUWAPO.
Okay, let's start with Saka makes Cristiano Ronaldo claim amid Messi chance to fix Arsenal mistake. The Gunners could make a sensational move to rectify a previous Cristiano Ronaldo mistake amid Bukayo Saka's recent war on the former Manchester United star. Arsenal star Bukayo Saka has revealed the influence Cristiano Ronaldo has had on his footballing career. The 22-year-old Gunners winger has delivered his best season in an Arsenal shirt this season, since breaking into the first-team squad, scoring 13 goals and notching 11 assists from 36 Premier League appearances. Current transfer prediction emerges after Arsenal player makes a decision. Folarin Balogun decides to represent the USMNT over England or Nigeria, with the Reims loanee facing an exciting summer amid a potential move. Folarin Balogun's decision to represent the USMNT rather than England could have huge ramifications beyond Arsenal. Balogun has opted to make himself available to the United States of America rather than England, where he grew up, or Nigeria, who he qualifies for through his parents. The New York native, who has sparked on loan at Reims in the French top tier last season, has another decision to make with his club future up in the air.
Nigerian news. CAF 2023 AFCON. CAF dropped Abuja Stadium. Approved EO for Super Eagles. The Confederation of African Football has approved the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, EO, for the Super Eagles' next home game in 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. The Super Eagles played their two previous home games in the qualifier against Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. The Super Eagles will host Sao Tome and Principe in their final match of the quarters in September. Now to Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles defender set for Barcelona move. Newly crowned La Liga champions, Barcelona has concluded plans to sign Golden Eagles defender Yaya Lawal. The 60-year-old claimed that the man of the match prize in Indocar Bari side first two game against Zambia and Morocco. Barcelona, however, not the only club interested in his service, with the top club in France and Belgium also came. Another Spanish club, Sevilla, are also interested in the player. Lawal's versatility is one of his major weapons, as he can also play at the left back and in midfield.
Manchester United hoping to win the race to sign Norwegian wonderkid Sverre, dubbed next de Jong. Manchester United are hoping to beat off other clubs with the race to sign Rosenborg starlet Sverre. The 16-year-old has been on United's radar for over a year and is regarded as one of the biggest talents in Scandinavian football. Naipan scored his first senior goal on Saturday when he netted against Bodo Glimt, having made his debut at the age of 15 back in November. Pedri on Lionel Messi's possible return to Barca. I would like it. Pedri appeared on El Omiguero on Tuesday. The FC Barcelona player from the Canary Islands was interviewed on the Antena 3 show and reviewed the current sporting news and also told some details of his personal life. One of the topics discussed in the interview on the channel was the possible return of Lionel Messi to Barcelona, and Pedro was clear in expressing his desire for the Argentinian star to come back. Jordi Alba meets with Joan Laporta to discuss his Barcelona future. Jordi Alba's future at Barcelona had been a hot topic over the last few weeks. The 34-year-old who has played second fiddle to Alejandro Balde this season has been heavily linked with a move away this summer.
Now to Manchester United. Phil Jones will leave Manchester United at the end of the current season. Decision confirmed the club will release the centre-back on free transfer. Both Phil Jones and Alexandre will look for a new opportunity as free agents. Now to Real Madrid Dortmund. Real Madrid are already preparing the official bid by Jude Bellingham after Arsenal Times agreeing on long-term deal. 2 weeks ago, proposal will be sent to BVB and it will include 8 on. Timing also depends on Bundesliga title race. Real will be respectful with Dortmund. Now to Arsenal news. Arsenal will rake in £6 million when Pablo Mari's loan at Monza is made permanent, with the Serie A side activating clause to sign this Spaniard after they avoid relegation. He initially joined Arsenal on loan from Brazilian side Flamengo in January 2020. It was Mikel Arteta's first ever signing at the Emirates and made the move permanent the following summer. AC Milan midfielder Benacer out of 6 months with knee surgery. Benacer, 25, was substituted in the 19 minutes of Milan 2-0 defeat to the Inter Milan in first leg of the Champions League semi-final last week. The Algerian international had an operation on Tuesday morning to repair damage of the cartilage in his right knee.
In Chelsea, the Blues have the tools to succeed under Mauricio Pochettino, already has fresh options in attack in March. There has been understandably been lots of attention directed towards what Mauricio Pochettino needs to do in order to create a massive turnaround at Chelsea, with players he needs to sign, the masses that are required to move on, and the sheer volume of work at hand. Palace star joins Brighton, Liverpool and Manchester City men in EPL's best team. Crystal Palace beat Bournemouth 2-0 at the Selhurst Park on Saturday as Ebere Eze scored twice for the Eagles, but he has not been included in WhoScored.com team of the week. Crystal Palace defender Joachim Andersen has been included in the WhoScored.com Premier League team of the week after his performance against Bournemouth. Julian Nagelsmann was Chelsea's #1 choice ahead of Mauricio Pochettino. Nagelsmann agent Volker Struth says the former Bayern Munich boss was Chelsea's #1 choice to take over, putting him ahead of Mauricio Pochettino. However, Nagelsmann pulled out of the race in April after growing frustrated with the process, leaving the door open for Pochettino's return to the Premier League. Pochettino is said to have agreed terms with Chelsea to become their next manager and is said to fly into London to sign a 3-year deal in the coming days.
Now to Barcelona. Barcelona are now closing on a deal to appoint Deco as new director of the club after Matthew Alemany and Jordi Cruyff left the club. Talks are very advanced and Deco has already accepted 90% of the details of the agreement, waiting to fix the situation with his agents.
Napoli star Kim Min-jae has decided to join Manchester United this summer, with Erik ten Hag's side and Chelsea still pursuing a deal for the South Korean teammate Victor Osimhen. The 26-year-old defender has been linked with summer switches to Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford for months, despite only moving to Naples last year. Okay, let's take a short break from here. When we get back from the break, we bring in our main analysts and discuss about the match that went on yesterday and also the one coming up today. Thank you. back to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio as they have in our midst, our main analyst this morning.
Good morning to you all. I'm sure Olimo should SM the sports.
Okay, let me quickly run through the results of some matches that went on yesterday. In the Saudi Pro League, Al-Nassr defeated Al-T 2-0 with Cristiano Ronaldo and Talisca scoring the 2 goals for Al-Nassr and keeping their title dreams alive. And in friendly between the Colombia under-20 and the Nigeria under-20 ended up in a 3-3 draw. And yesterday in the EFL Championship, Luton Town defeated Sunderland 2-0. And in the Champions League semi-final, second leg yesterday, Inter Milan has eventually qualified to the final of the Champions League 2022-2023 season, with Inter Milan defeating AC Milan 1-0 in the second leg with Lautaro Martinez scoring the goal, and which sums up as an aggregate of 3-0 in total, with Inter Milan qualified to the final, as said by my both analysts yesterday, having believed in Inter Milan and strongly believing they will qualify to the final, and eventually they qualified to the final. Okay, let's really talk about the match that went on yesterday. Inter Milan, AC Milan. See, the match was a very tough one. Inter Milan wanted to defend their win in the first leg, while AC Milan was pressing hard to even score more goals. Materazzi when in the 2005 semi-final where AC Milan and Inter Milan played, and there was an outbreak by the fans throwing in some fireworks into the field. There was a picture between Materazzi and one other player in AC Milan in which he put his hand on his shoulders and watching afar. And Materazzi was called up to the match yesterday, and he was talking about what happened and said tonight's match he has told all the fans to calm down. There's no throwing of any fireworks into the field. Let's just play a fair game today, as if he has the belief his team is actually going to qualify to the final this season. Okay, let's quickly discuss on how the match went yesterday.
No, I already said it yesterday that Inter Milan will prefer to the Champions League final. If you look at the Inter Milan team, it's very difficult for teams to score against Inter Milan. If you look at their game from the round of 16 through to the quarter-final and the semi-final, it's very, very difficult for teams to score Inter Milan with the kind of compact at the back. That formation they play 3-4-2, 3-1. Whereby they have the likes, most of the defenders they have, not everybody knows most of them. Like of Bastoni, we know Asabi, nobody even know Asabi, but we know this guy, Damian, former Manchester United defender, and the guy really played so much yesterday. It made me remember that yesterday we have 3 ex-Manchester United players on the field of play yesterday. We have Romelu Lukaku,
we have
everything Italian, and we have Damian. So it means this Inter Milan team, they've structured the team beyond playing in Italian Serie A. If you look at the past 3 seasons, they won the Italian Serie A with the help of Antonio Conte, and I think last season was won by AC Milan, and they got this coach Diego Simeone. I think it was from Lazio. It was got from Lazio, and he has done a fantastic job for Inter Milan. Last year they were unable to win their season, but he set up his team in a way that it's very difficult for you to score them. They know they have reliable strikers. They have one of the 3 best strikers in let's say in Europe. The like of Lautaro Martinez, Amara is I think is 3 goals behind Victor Osimhen in Italian Serie A. We have Edin Dzeko, a huge man with a huge experience, and they have Romelu Lukaku. That the coach has looked for a way to integrate Romelu Lukaku inside the team. He hasn't found, but Lukaku always comes from the bench and does a lot of wonders. He does it against our Benfica, Oman away, and he only does it yesterday as well. So I said yesterday, even though if AC Milan went ahead to bring 5 Ibrahimovic and Rafael Leao, they will not be able to break that defense of Inter Milan. Although they know themselves very well in Italian Serie A, but kudos to Inter Milan coach Simeone Inzaghi for the job well done. And I always said AC Milan failed to utilize most of their chances in the first half yesterday. I don't mean they were able to utilize the first chance that was saw. I think I forgot the name of this of the guy that saw a beautiful chance in front of the guy which blasted the ball over the bar. I don't mean they are able to utilize that chance yesterday before Inter Milan scored. It has been a very tough game for Inter Milan. But if you are seeing Inter Milan, they are very calm. They knew they have 2 goals ahead. The worst come to worst for AC Milan yesterday to score 1, and Inter Milan will go out all the way. And to me, I say Inter Milan win the UEFA Champions League this season for one reason. If you look at Inter Milan team, the kind of bond inside that team is beyond any doubt. From the goalkeeper to defense. And I said yesterday, Milan Skriniar is one of the best defenders. It was even their captain and Adanovic. Adanovic was the goalkeeper and Skriniar playing from the center defense. Both of them are the 2 captains. But the coach saw something coming. Now Skriniar has a great deal with PSG. You can't have full concentration, full focus on Inter Milan. He sat on the bench. Adanovic sat on the bench. Andre Onana came in. And don't forget, the last time Chelsea won Champions League, it was won by an African goalkeeper. And go and look, let's look at the stats then. How Edouard Mendy performed and Chelsea defense. It was very awesome for Chelsea and Edouard Mendy that time. And let's look at Inter Milan this season as well. And I think it is high time for Inter Milan to win the UEFA Champions League. Having won it in 2010, where I think Diego Milito scored 2 goals against the Michelis Bayern Munich then. So I think Inter Milan are worthy to get into the Champions League final.
Okay, let's move into the match of the day. Manchester City at Etihad Stadium against Real Madrid. Pep Guardiola against Ancelotti. It's going to be a very tough match today, because we played 1-1 in first leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, and as they said that Real Madrid hasn't won a semi-final second leg in waiting the first leg. The G 1-1. Do we see that changing tonight, or we see Erling Haaland netting the goals again for Manchester City and taking them above to the final against Inter Milan this season?
I'm trying to look at something, tonight. It will very be a difficult game for Real Madrid, because Real Madrid has been winless 3 or 4 games against Manchester City at home. That's been winless for Real Madrid. So, and I think, it was even away game against an English side. They are winless in 4 games against an English side away. The only one twice. I think that was against Chelsea. I think tonight I will go for Manchester City on one condition. I see Pep Guardiola bringing on a new change to his team. I see the likes of Julian Alvarez starting today with Erling Haaland. If you look at the first leg, the rate at which Haaland was caged. There was this joke all around that Anthony Rudiger has a big pocket and he always kills Erling Haaland and put it inside his pocket. It was very good for Anthony Rudiger in the first leg. A very job well done from him, and I think he will be unable to get hold of Erling Haaland tonight, because Guardiola is a coach that always learns from his mistakes. And I see Man City starting with Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland in the front. Now it's now left for Rudiger to look at how to mark both. If you look at Real Madrid in the first leg, it was the combination of Alaba and Rudiger. Now Eder Militao is back. It will be a very huge headache for Carlo Ancelotti. He'll be looking at, okay, who should I start? Automatically, the Eder Militao is starting. Now, should I start Anthony Rudiger or David Alaba? He would rather prefer to start Anthony Rudiger. Now, Eder Kamavinga injured. but a news came out yesterday that Edward Camavinga will be able to play tonight. Then will you be able to use Edward Camavinga as a left back or in the midfield? If Carlo Ancelotti is able to utilize his squad depth, having no injury, Edward Camavinga coming back in the midfield role, using David Alaba as a left back, with the combination of Eder Militao and Antonio Rudiger at the centre back, Daniel Cavaja at the right hand side, having Edward Camavinga, Modric, Anthony Cruz, having them at the midfield pack, it will really help Real Madrid. And having in the mind Federico Valverde, putting him at the right hand side of the attack. We all know Carlo Ancelotti being a coach that loves a diamond formation, 4-4-2, and he has already been using it so much. Even though against Barcelona, he always uses it very well. We are using Valverde as a 7, and you eventually see Valverde coming inside, and it will now come to 4-4-2. We are using Vinicius and Benzema. But tonight, I say Man City prevailing to Champions League final for the second time in 3 years, whereby I will say Inter Milan rubbing more salt on Pep Guardiola once, winning them in the Champions League. I say Man City going to the Champions final tonight, defeating Real Madrid.
Okay, are you also going by or against what SMD Sport has said? He said Man City are qualifying to the final and eventually Inter Milan is lifting the Champions League title for the 2022-2023 season.
I'll go by what SMD Sport said.
Okay, said he believes also Man City is qualifying to the final and Inter Milan is defeating Manchester City in the final of the Champions League. Why I will go against that? I believe Real Madrid are the owner of Champions League and they won't let anyone tamper them in the Champions League race this season. And I believe Real Madrid are qualifying to the final of the Champions League, but I can't declare my own take on who is lifting the Champions League title. Let's wait till when the final will break out. Okay, come to the end of Sports Via today on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget to like, comment, share all our posts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all of the social medias. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell for more interesting programs like this. I will still remain YAZID TAOHEED.
And I am YEKINI ANUOLUWAPO.
I'm sure SMD Sports.
Tell you
goodbye.